How doing? This is Charles with Everything Sweet, baby. I want y'all to give y'all self a standing ovation. We reached 1,000 subscribers. Go ahead and give yourself a hand. Clap for yourself. We'll definitely appreciate it. And just like YouTube say, this is just the beginning, okay? You gotta keep subscribing. Keep hitting people that has not subscribed. You gotta keep liking and keep sharing. We'll definitely appreciate you. We definitely love you. God be with you, and we are with you. Okay? So keep doing what you're doing. Now I'm gonna give you a little history about Charles, okay? Y'all supported me, I think about a year and 3-4 months. And I'm gonna give you a little history about myself. What I came through, how I come up, where I got to where I am. 35 years in the baking industry, okay? Alright, y'all stay with us, beautiful. We'll be right back. Alright, my name is Charles Miles. I created, along with my wife, Everything Sweet with Charles, okay? We started, I started in 89, okay? Dishwasher at Old Time Bakery, and that's a test. Making $75 a week. When they got through taking taxes out, I think we brought home $67.40. How do you remember that? Well, you remember that because that's all you had. You know, you worked 6 days a week, brought $75. They were paying you $75 a week. When they got you taken out, you had $65. Anyway, it was a Jewish bakery. And everything was done stretch. So Miss Bowden was the owner. She had to find the best she could because nobody in this area knew about Jewish bakery. So she went to New Orleans and found the top chef or the top baker there in that field. But she had one issue. Everybody said Bill Baker was the best you ever gonna see. But you know, like the old bakers back in the day, they had issues. Bill Baker liked to drink, okay? She understood that. She went on to hire him anyway. His salary was, I think, about $600 a week, and plus they got him a room, got him an apartment. That was about $500 or $600 a week, a month. And they did that just to get the knowledge that he had in his head. And she told us, I was a dishwasher, a couple more guys there, were bench helpers. No, we couldn't be bakers back in the days, okay, but that's another story. She said, learn all you can, as fast as you can, because he wasn't going to be here long, okay? So we took her advice. We learned fast as we could, the quicker we can. We learned everything that he had to offer, just about, you never get it all, because he was there about 4, 5, maybe 6 months, and then that drinking thing hit, okay? We had to be at work at 4 o'clock in the morning. Me and the other 3 guys were there. Bill Bagley didn't show up, okay? Now about 7 o'clock that morning, we saw him walking across the bakery, going to the toasting store right down the street. And every time he'd go down there, he'd get, 2 or 3 6-pack. That went on 3 or 4 days, okay? But we learned all, we could from him. Then she went to Chicago and got the top decorator in the field. He was a master decorator. His name was Tony. And he came, but back in those days, you guys didn't stay long, okay? If you got them 3 or 4 months, you were lucky. Because they had other places they had to go, and they had made other commitments in other states and other towns. So you got him 3 or 4 months up, he was gone. Then after that, period of time ran, and he came back. If you wanted to hire him again, he was there. If you didn't, you went on somewhere else. But we learned from him. So we learned from a master baker, bread man, and we learned from a master decorator, okay? After a while, those people, they left and, they didn't come back. So, we was homegrown and we stayed there. We had family to take care of, so we learned all we could, and we learned the trade, okay? Now, I think, about a year and a half passed, and I got a raise to $150 a week. And, from that, it kept, going up and up. And one thing about Jews, if you doing the work, they had no problem paying you what you was worth, okay? Anyway, I started out at $75 a week. When I left there, 30-some years later, I was making $800 a week, okay? And the reason I left because Miss Bowden had passed, her son had passed, daughter had passed, And Earl was the only thing left. He was the daughter's, he married their daughter. So he was the only one left. And after about a year, he, decided he'd had enough. So he wanted to sell it, he sold it. And when he sold it to somebody, we didn't particularly like. So I left there and went to Junior Jungle, okay? I went there and I was the bakery deli manager. 38, 35 people that I had to make a schedule for. Now, grocery store is a whole lot different than Strat's Bakery. 90% of their stuff come in pre-made. But this was Junior Premier on Old Kent Road, baby. And it was a big operation. We had the regular bakery goods that we baked. But then we had crusted bread that we had to make from scratch, okay? It came in a sack, but you still had to put it together. Then we had the bagel shop. Bagel shop was another animal. You had to have somebody over there making the bagels. You know what bagels is? We had the bagel shop, okay? Then we had a pizza shop. We made breakfast pizza, then lunch pizza, and we made dinner pizza. Then we had the deli. Okay, we serving hot lunches daily. Okay, we served breakfast in the morning time, 11 o'clock, breakfast was cleared out, lunch was put in there. We did lunch. After lunch, we did dinner, okay? Meanwhile, the bakery still on. But now don't forget about the cold cuts. We had cold cuts, we had a case for cold cuts. And man, I'm talking about you couldn't hardly keep that in the case. So basically, I'm running, the bakery, deli, crusted bread, bagel shop, and, just doing my thing, okay? All right, later on, Junior Jungle said they got tired of it and called him home and they got out of it. They sold it. And new management came in, how they come in and switch stuff around. Okay, they came in and switched. They ran it about a year. Then they sacked out of it. And another grocery store bought it. They lasted about a year and a half. And they decided they're going to call it quits too. So, okay. I said, okay. I've been here. It's time to go. So I left there. I went to another, bakery and deli manager in another grocery store. Okay, but that's my trail to where where I am now. I scratch baked for 30 years. Then I went to grocery stores and I learned how to bake without baking. Basically, in other words, you didn't make nothing. They didn't have a mixer. Everything came in a box frozen. Okay, you had to put it out the box, put it on a pan, and you did it from there. But it still had to be proof. You got to proof it. Put it on the pan, but you didn't have to make nothing. You didn't have to roll nothing. Let your hand and get into stuff, okay? Okay, then when we were working for the other grocery store, we had to clean the freezer out, flipped and fell in the freezer, tore a few things in my knee, had to have surgery on it. They did arthroscopic surgery twice. Knee still wasn't getting no better, so last doctor went to us said we had to do, total knee replacement. Lord, how much? If you don't have to do that, don't get that done, baby. That's some unbearable pain, okay? Total knee replacement. Okay, I had that done. Doctor told me, no more 55 and 65 hours. You can't do that no more. That leg was not equipped to do that. So, I had to retire. Retired at 45, 47. Had to get out of business. A year or two later, after the knee healed, I decided to go back in it. I went back in it for about a year. And a whole lot of stuff had changed, so I did it for a year and retired again. Okay, came home, wife, she had to retire, but she retired after I did. She had an eye thing going on. She couldn't lift so many pounds. So her doctor informed her, listen, you need to get out. So both of us, retired early. Not because we want to, but it was marital issues that we had to retire. So we got around the house, sat around here. And my wife liked flowers. We did the little flower garden and, put the roses down, the trees down. But that wasn't getting me what I needed, okay? I've been working ever since I was in high school. And that just wasn't going to do it. So I went back in the field. I went to a hospital, pastry chef. Working part-time, 4 days a week. Started out, $18 an hour. But the manager, the chef there, wanted me to come full time. I said, Chef, I don't believe I can do it full time. I don't know if I want to, work 45, 50 hours. I did that, been there. So I was just happy with, 3-4 days a week. We did that. And every, 3-4 weeks he come to me, Charles, you sure you want full time? I said, Chef, I said, listen, we don't want to go full time. He said, I can make it work for a while. I can make it work for a while. He said, you make it 18 now. He said, I can get you go full time and get you 30. So I said, okay, Doc, I said, let me go home, talk to my wife, see what we want to do. My wife said, no, Charles. She said, no, you don't want to do that. You done been there, did that. So we working part-time. Told the chef that we appreciate the offer, but we're going to work part-time. Okay. And one day we went to work and came home. Now, we had to be there at 4 o'clock in the morning. Got off about 12. Went home. And my wife said that, the washing machine wasn't working. So I called the repairman. He came out, started fixing it and did what he do. And all of a sudden, we saw smoke all over the house. So naturally, we thinking it's something the repairman did. He said, no, he said, that comes from the ceiling. He said, I just been working in this little area. So smoke started filling the house. I told my wife, get the babies out the house. And the repairman said, get a hose pipe. I said, man, a hose pipe ain't gonna take care of this. We gotta get out of here and call 911. So everybody got out of the house. Mostly all the grown children, they at work. They weren't even there. Just me and my wife and grandchild, kid, and repairman. So we got outside waiting on them. Fire truck to come put the house out. Anyway, they finally came 30 minutes later. They got there, they had to huddle up and see where they gonna tackle. That was another hour. Meanwhile, while they figuring out how to tackle, the house started burning. So when they finally got started, 3-4 hours later, there wasn't no house left. It was totally gone. We lost everything we had. My wife was crying, the children were crying. But I said, okay, God knows what He doing. He know what He doing. Sometimes He know what He doing, and you don't know what He doing. But, just let Him do what He do. Then you do what you got to do, okay? So God know what He was doing. He did what He had to do. And then, 6 months later, we were looking all over for a house, South Jackson, West Jackson, wherever, everywhere. We finally found this house. It was a fixer-up, okay? All the houses we done bought was fixer-up. We never bought a house, that wasn't a fixer-up. You can get it for a little this, and you can go in and do a little work, and when you get through, you got a nice house, and your profit margin double, okay? But behind this house, that was fixer-up. The guy was asking, $110,000 for it. Sets on 2 acres, 4-bedroom, upstairs, down room. And my wife said, Charles, I just don't believe God would give me a house like this. I said, you got to look at the whole picture, baby. God said if you make one step, He'll make 2. So this is a step we got to make. He done found the house for you, okay? You didn't want no trees around the house, no trees in sight. Okay? Sat on 2 acres of land, 4-bedroom, 6-bedroom. It was 2 upstairs, 4 downstairs. Big, it's a house that we needed, for the family we have. So we went on and bought it, fixed it up, 3 months later, we were ready to move in. But, listen, whatever you start, don't try, don't stop, okay? If your mind can foresee it, your body can perform it, okay? That they need to throw that can't out of the English vocabulary. There's nothing that you can't do other than fly, but you can get on the plane and do that. But little minor stuff that you want to do, you can do that. If your mind can see it, your body can perform it. I love baking, baby. I'm talking about, I would go to different baker shops, just to see what they were doing. Trying to get the knowledge and information. Knowledge and information is key. And that's basically what we teach you on Everything Sweet. How to do stuff the proper way. See, you're going to mess up. I've been in this 30-something years and I'm still messing up. But that's part of it. You learn how not to do it. When you mess up, you're still learning. You're learning how not to do it. And if you learn how to do it, well, then that mess up thing won't come in. But the weather, where you at, depends on the weather. Has a lot to do with what you're making. If it's too hot, heat, draws moisture out, okay? If it's too cold, everything may stay. Bread, when you're making it, if it's too cold, you gotta use warm water, okay? Summertime, you're making bread, you gotta use cold water. It's just them adjustments. And that's all you do is make adjustments when you're baking, even when you're cooking. You have to learn to make them adjustments. Okay, my wife looking at me and said that's enough, okay? But this is Charles Miles, okay? You got a basically or something what Charles went through and how he got the way he is, okay? Like I said, go ahead and give yourself or employee. Go ahead and clap for you. 1,000 followers, we'll definitely appreciate it. Keep doing what you're doing, and we're gonna keep doing what we're doing. Okay? And we ain't baking this Tuesday, but we will be back baking Friday, baby. Doing what I love to do at home. Okay? So, until Friday, we'll see you then. We'll definitely appreciate y'all. Keep doing what you're doing. Charles is out of here. Thanks a lot.